Oh, it's so much brighter here. It's much brighter here than it was on YouTube. My dark circles though are terrible. No. Hi. Okay. Hi. I see that you have come over from my Instagram. Yay! Have you seen who I'm wearing? Ta-da! Look at him. He's so cute. Let's get my hair out of the way. Isn't he the cutest? Okay. Hey, Selene. I'm glad you came over. Like, no one was on the Instagram live. I think, like, maybe hardly people got notifications or something. So I came here. I think YouTube is much better at notifying people when lives come around. Anyway, I was saying that I'm gonna wear this. So I'm going to Everland on Tuesday to do the Zombie City event that they have going on at Everland, and it's sort of the same event that BTS did 2 years ago. Is it 2 years ago? Or was it last year? I think it was 2 years ago. Yes. Yes. That's a long time. So 2 years ago, they did the zombie run at Everland, and they're still having the same event running every year. So I'm going this year with my friend Haley, and no, I don't know if I should call her Haley. That's her English name. Her real name is Honju. Yeah, she got us tickets, and so we're going. And I went to Daiso today, and I bought this hat for $2. I love it. And I was telling people earlier that with this hat on, she'll be able to see me better if I run away like too far from her or from the zombies. She'll be able to know that it's me. It's me. Don't leave me behind with the zombies. I'm scared. I'm real scared of zombies, but like I am a big fraidy cat, but I also love being scared. So I love watching horror movies, and you know, going to these type of like Halloween events is like super fun for me. So okay, so I'm gonna look for every opportunity to wear this hat, and I'm gonna wear this hat. I'm gonna do as many lives as possible in this month, and I'm gonna wear this hat every single time. So okay, um yes, hat topic aside, I actually wanted to come online to share with people some complaints. It's story time, okay? I thought I had to do this on Instagram because on Instagram is like where most of you were kept really like updated with everything that was going on with me. So it's like, you know, that I went to New York and hung out with my ex-boyfriend and some of my Instagram followers. And hi Sandy. And so I have a lot of stories to tell from that. And so what's my favorite horror movie? I don't know. There's way too many. Anyway, so I was thinking, if I never tell my stories here on YouTube, like, and I keep only telling them to my Instagram followers, then my YouTube followers aren't gonna get to know me. So I think it's a good idea to come here and like get personal with you guys so that you guys can listen. So it's gonna just basically be story time. It's gonna be a little hard to ask me questions. So if like, unless it's related to the story that I'm telling, then if we could stick to that, that would be great. Okay, so All right. So, long story short, I used to date a guy, and then we broke up, and it was an amicable breakup. So we ended it on good terms, and he lives near in a different state, but like close enough to New York, such that I was like, okay, I'm going to New York. If you want, let's come down and we can hang out together. And at the same time, I was going there to visit my Korean friend Minju. Minju is in NYU for a couple of semesters. So, and she texted me one day. Well, the first day that she got there, she texted me. She was like, "언니, I'm so lonely." She said, "언니 외롭다. 외롭다. 외로워." So that's what she kept texting me. 외로워, 보고 싶다. I'm lonely. I miss you. And so I was like, all right, I'll visit you, you know, and we'll hang out in New York. And so, yeah, it's really expensive for me to travel to New York. And I was like, all right, let's see who wants to hang out together and share a room together. And ex-boyfriend says, okay, I'll come down and see you. We can share a room together. And then so he chooses the hotel, and it's freaking expensive. And like I gotta pay some of this money, right? And so it was like such a bad idea from the very beginning. But it's like I was just so excited to see all these like people again, like because I thought it would be fun to hang out with him again because we had fun previously. And then when I met up with him, he'd gotten like fat, and it was like I felt catfished. Because like, okay, I trust me, I have nothing against, you know, people who have a little weight. Like that's fine. Like I'm okay with that. But I personally, I'm just not attracted to people who are, you know, a little heavy. That's a personal choice. I'm just not attracted to people like that. Like friends are okay, but it's like, you know, don't, because he always just sends me selfies. Like, okay, so we broke up like a few years ago, so I don't know what he looks like now. And you know, it was just ew. And so I had to spend like a lot of the vacation trying to avoid his advances. I hope he's not watching, but he doesn't know my channel, so I had to I had to spend a lot of time avoiding him, okay? Like so I would go to bed really early. I would force myself to like fall asleep at like 11, or like if we get back to the hotel early. Okay, so this is another thing. The first day we went out, like I got to New York at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and like I wasn't really tired or anything, but like and then he kept saying he was tired, so we went out and we got back to the hotel by like 7:30. 7:30, and so we ordered like pizza, and then he kept, so it's like I felt like he wanted to be in the hotel really early so that he could try something. I don't know, but I fell asleep. I was like out like a light really early by like 8:30, I think, and then I woke up really early, and I was just looking at my phone. And then so the next day we went out also, and I woke up really early, and he woke up really early, and he just like, you could tell that he was still trying to make a move, let's say, just trying. And God. Ugh. And then like, okay, so let's just say I spent the whole vacation just avoiding him. It's like, poor him, poor me. Like, come on. If you were gonna get like really fat and not take care of yourself, have no self standards. Like the day that I met him, he had like such stinking breath. I kept trying to stand really far away from him, and I could still smell his breath, and I'm like, oh my god. And then if like when he was talking, you could see like gunk on his teeth, and I'm like, oh my god, how did I used to date this? That's so fucking gross. And it's like ever since, I don't know what happened after we broke up, but it's like he had zero standards of hygiene. Like, so okay, I would never actually date a guy like this. So I don't know what happened after we broke up. Like, he had like zero self standards. You know, he didn't want to shave. He wore like awful clothes. Like, okay, I don't know if you guys know me well or not. Like, even if you've seen in my pictures, I'm not a sweatshirt and jeans kind of girl. Like, I'm always dressed well. I always at least attempt to look, you know, decent, look good, because, you know, that's how you feel good, right? That's how you feel confident with yourself. You look good. But he didn't have such self-care kind of things at all. And it was really gross, and I had to literally tell him, like, dude, you need to brush your teeth. Like, I had to tell him that. Like, I waited for the longest time to see if he would or not, and he didn't. And then he tried to kiss me with that mouth. So I'm like, I can't. I'm like, dude, you have to brush your teeth. So, oh my god, it was traumatizing. It was traumatizing. So it was patience, patience, patience. And then, so on, I had a tough vacation, yeah. So, like, one of the days on, so Wednesday I get there, we go back to the hotel early. Thursday he wants to go back to the hotel early. He said he wanted to watch football. So it's like, then why are we going on this vacation? You should have told me in the first place that you wanted to watch football, so I could have made plans with like someone else. You know what I mean? But instead he, like, in the middle of the day, he springs it on me and says we're going back to the hotel by like 7 o'clock or 7:30 so that I can watch football. I'm like, okay, fine, fine. Watch football. So while he watches football, I force myself to fall asleep so he can't try anything. And it's like, and then the next day was real good. The next day was, I already told him, I said, Minju is having a day off today. She doesn't have school. So it's the only day that I can hang out with her, like a full day. So in the morning, I'm getting dressed, and I'm wearing this like really cute dress. It's super short and it's super sexy. So I'm like, girls' day out, right? I'm so excited. I didn't want to wear sexy clothes around him because I didn't want to give him ideas, you know. So the day that I was going to go have a girls' day out with me, I wore my cutest outfit, and while I'm like getting dressed and I'm like putting my eyeliner on in the bathroom, and he comes in and he wraps his arms around me like a real, like a boyfriend, and then he puts his head on, he puts his chin on my shoulder, and then he says, you're lucky that you're going out today, or else like we'd be doing something else. And I'm like, no. Oh my god, no. So like, I'm really lucky that I'm going out today so that we're not doing anything. So, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, just recalling it is traumatizing. Lord help me. So yeah, I went out with Minju, and I got home really late. Like, I chose to get home as late as possible. So I told Minju, I said, so the nickname for him is Tungtengi. Since Minju's Korean, right? And then another friend that we met up with also speaks Korean, so we call him Tungtengi because he doesn't know. It sounds cute, right? It sounds cute, Tungtengi, but it actually means fatty in Korean. So in case he even had an inkling that we were talking about him, it would sound really cute, but actually we're calling him fatty. So I said the Tungtengi wants to get in my pants, so I'm gonna go home as late as possible. And so I think we stayed out till like 1 o'clock. And Minju was like, no problem, we can stay out. The subways run late all night. I've been out till like 4 o'clock before, and I'm like, great girl, this is what we're going to do. And and so that was Friday. Okay, that was Friday. Now Sean's last day is Saturday. Saturday morning. I'm sorry. Yeah, Sean's last day is Saturday. Maybe I shouldn't have said his name. Okay, whatever. Don't think he's last day is on Saturday. He has to leave by Sunday morning. And so like on Saturday, in the morning we go to play an escape room, which was super fun by the way. And for the escape room, we had to break up into pairs. And so there's four of us, okay? So me, Tongtingi, Minju, and Georgie, who I was also meeting for the first time. She is one of my Instagram followers, and I've known her for a couple years now, but we've never ever met. So I met her for the first time that day, and we met for like a few minutes, and then immediately we were thrown into this escape room situation. And so when they said, okay, there's four of you, but you have to break up into pairs, and then you're gonna be split up. So you're gonna be in two separate rooms, and then eventually join together in one room once you have like completed your rooms. So immediately, I stand next to Minju, and I'm like, okay, me and Minju, and I throw Georgie. I throw Georgie over to the thingy, but I had a legit reason because when Minju gets flustered, she just switches to entirely Korean and she doesn't speak English. So if she was paired up with anyone else, no one would have been able to understand her. So yeah, I had to be by default the person who partners with her anyway. So yeah. We actually completed the escape room, and it was really cool. It was Dongtingi's first time, and it was our first time playing together as a group. But if you look at the group photo that was taken after, it's like there's like me, Minju, Chorji, and then Dongtingi's like standing like right there, and like we left enough space, for the Holy Ghost to stand in between us. So it's like a legit gap, a holy gap right there. Like we left enough good room for the Holy Ghost to stand in between us. Okay, so anyway, that was Saturday. Okay, and so that was supposed to be our last day, and then so Minju's feeling kind of sick, so she goes home. Because the next day was Sunday, Jimin's birthday, and we had a whole day of girls' day things planned. But it was Sean's last day, and he was like, we were supposed to go to the Museum of Natural History, and I wanted to sit on the steps and take a picture, where Namjoon took a picture before. But then suddenly he's like, we don't have time to go to the museum. And I'm like, what are you talking about? There's like 3 hours left until, like 3.5 hours till the museum closes. And he was like, no, we don't have enough time. And I was like really annoyed. And then I thought this was like another like attempt or something to get back to the hotel early. So I'm like, no. And then oh my goodness, no, my Koya strap has been dipped in a cup of Pepsi this whole time, and I didn't see. Never mind, I'll wash it later. Anyway, so I think it's a pretty see-through attempt to go back to the hotel early, because later, both Georgie and Minju commented on it, and they were like, man, he was campaigning really hard to go back to the hotel early. Like, why can't you go to the museum when you have 3.5 hours? Like, how long does it take to go through the museum? And so like I didn't know what we were gonna do, and then Georgie was gonna go meet her friend. So yeah, and I was really mad. I was really pissed off. And then Georgie was like, so what are you guys gonna do? And then I nudge her real hard, and I'm like, no, don't leave me alone with this guy. And then so she actually invites us. She's like, okay, how about you guys come join me and my friend for some alcoholic ice cream. Now I am allergic to alcohol. It makes my heart race super fast, and if I consume enough of it in a short amount of time, my heart races so fast I can't breathe, and I turn purple, and I've actually been to the hospital because of it before. But I would rather consume alcoholic ice cream and risk death than go back to the hotel early and have to avoid, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, there's no way there. Yeah, so that's what I did. I ate a lot of enough alcoholic ice cream, and it did make my heart race. I got pretty breathless, and but it was still better than having to avoid an awkward situation. So we went out, we stayed out. I had a fantastic time because Georgie's in army, and so is her friend, and we had so much fun talking about like BTS and other groups and stuff like that. So it was an amazing time. And then when we got back to the hotel, like oh my god, I said my feet were hurting. And don't think he actually offered to massage my feet, and I said no. And then he was so offended. He was like, wow, that's the first time someone has ever rejected my offer to massage their feet. And I'm like, no, bro, I don't want you to touch me. And then I'm like, I'm just resting my feet until I can stand in the shower, and I'm gonna shower. And then I took like a 40-minute shower, long enough to the point where he fell asleep, because then I came out of the bathroom like 1:30 in the morning. I stayed in there. I took a 40-minute shower, and then I don't know what I did in the shower. I stood in the bathroom, and I kept texting Georgie. I'm like, girl, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Tomorrow morning, he's gonna try it. I'm sure he's gonna try it, and because he knows you girls are coming over at 1 o'clock, and that's a long time. Like, from the time we wake up to 1 o'clock, that's plenty of time for him to try shit. And then so Georgie was like, how about I come over early? And Georgie lives in New Jersey. That's far. That's fucking far away. It would take her 2 hours to get to me, because I'm out near the airport, near JFK, and I'm out in Jamaica. So yeah, she offered to come early, and I'm like, how early can you get here? And she's like, maybe like 9 o'clock or whatever it is. And I'm like, all right, so like, when you wake up, you should text me. I'll pretend to still be asleep, and I'll be asleep as long as possible, so that when I wake up, I'll be like, oh, Georgie's on her way over so early. I didn't expect that. Oh my gosh, she's coming over right now. So that's what happened. And then, like, even though she was actually nowhere near, but the message was there, and she said she was on her way and coming. And like, Sean's like, oh, I mean, Dongtingi's like, oh, all right, then maybe I should leave early since she's coming over early. And I'm like, yes. And I told Georgie, I'm like, text me something that like that's vague, right? So that like it can't, like, it doesn't really make sense, so that I can like text you, and then you can just like don't text me back, so I don't know what's going on until you actually arrive. So that's like, we create a chaotic situation. So he was like, why is she coming over so early? And I'm like, I don't know. She gave this like weird explanation, something about her mom dropping her off, and then like, so we did that, and it's like, I thought that was pretty brilliant. And I was like, oh, she is my hero, my savior. It would have been so much more fun if she's in this conversation right now, but she's over at her friend's house having breakfast. So, but that's okay. Yes. So, she did come over early, and we had a good time. And like, so the whole time he was so clueless. Like, shouldn't he get a clue at how much I was trying to avoid him? How is he so oblivious? And my friends had nothing good to say about him. And he's so oblivious to the point where when we were saying goodbye, he was asking, so, do you want to do this again? And I'm like, sure, but not anytime next year. My calendar's all full. And he was like, all right, but where should we do this again? Like, you know, next time. And I'm like, okay, maybe we should try Vegas. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great, right? Okay, be on your way now, bye. I just, when confronted with a predator, it's best to always just say yes until, or, you know, you reach a point where you like you can't say yes anymore. So I said yes to everything so that he would drive away, and then I could just wait in peace for Georgie. So that's what happened. Other than this whole issue where I was avoiding him, when I was not busy avoiding him, I had a fun time. Like, the Sunday was amazing. The Sunday with Georgie and Minju, and we did the whole like meeting Jimin thing. He really didn't realize it at all. Not at all. Not at all. Even the girls commented on it. He was like, they were like, he really absolutely did not realize it. And I was like, oh my god. How did I used to date this thing? Like, what was I thinking? Or like, was I so blind? Or I don't know, did I not love myself enough to be dating this like slug? Like, oh my god. It's okay, we all make bad choices in life. That's what I wanted to get out of my system. Ah, oh my god. Oh, Sandra. So like, so Sandra is a person that I know in real life, and I remember telling her last year that, like, one of the reasons why I was happy to break up with Anthony before was because he's super unambitious, and for me, I always need to do something to improve myself. Like, I'm always learning something new, finding a project for myself. You know, just I want to make my mark in the world, and you know, reach out to many people. Or how much time left for Superstar BTS to get to the next league? Can I check it? Are you kidding me? I'm in the middle of doing a live. Why don't you check it? Are you serious? What the heck? I mean, come on. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I think that was a real stupid thing to ask, because like, how do you want me to stop the live right now to check how much time is left in the league? Anyway, so what was I gonna say? Yeah. So one of the things that I thought that was really unattractive about him before was that he was super unattractive. Yeah, that's what some of the what Georgie said, that he was thinking that there's still a shot just because we used to date. But I don't think so. It's like we were never even in the same league. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but look at me and look at him. And then so like, and now the gap is even wider because like, I am still cute and he's just like a blob. Like, oh my god, if you don't take care of yourself, that's super unattractive. If you were hoping to improve or like to impress me, how could you possibly show up without having brushed your teeth? That baffles me. Honestly, if you thought that there was gonna be a shot, why would you not want to impress me the right way? The basic hygiene needs to be there. Basic hygiene. And oh my god, at some point where we were in the hotel and I was like just walking around and packing stuff, like he was just sitting there on the bed, like one hand on the phone, and the other hand just like reached into his pants and scratched his balls or junk or whatever it is that men do when they think people aren't looking. It's just super gross. Like, yeah, I get that guys do that, but don't do that in front of me. Like, wait till I'm in the bathroom or something. How are you this comfortable with me? Like, we haven't seen each other in years. There should be like a line, you know, like a boundary where you just don't do these things in front of people, like people you haven't seen in years. Like, yeah, sure, I used to be your girlfriend, but still, it's like, no, it's been years since I saw you. Just don't do this crap. It's disgusting. See, everybody says ew, right? Like, I'm not the only one that thinks this. This is not normal. It's not like, ugh, it's not a regular thing to do. It's just so disgusting. Oh my god. My god. Yeah. I'm so traumatized by that. Like, all of it. When I think about it, it's like, ugh. Gross! Seriously. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. So gross. Yeah. But you know what? Like, one of the funniest moments when we were all together in a group was like, he said something that was super annoying. So behind his back, I was like, 멍청한 뚱땡이. I was saying it to Minju, and it's like, I was like saying he's this like idiot fatty. 멍청한 뚱땡이. And then Minju was like, oh my god, no. And she said it in English. She was like, no. And then I'm like, what? Like, Minju was like, calm down. And she was like, and then she said, what if he understands that you're talking about him? And she said that in English, and I'm like, oh, this whole time I've been so careful to say it to you in Korean all the time. You traitor. He turned around, and then I was like scared for like a second, and then we were laughing, so he just turned back around. So I'm like, good. Maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't. But even if he did, then he was ignoring it because he just kept on trying. So I don't know what was up with that. I really don't. Ugh, good lord. So gross. The not brushing your teeth thing is the worst one. Like, the first day I got there, I was like texting people already. I'm like, oh my god, he's got such bad breath. And then my friend was like, why don't you just keep giving him gum? And I'm like, first of all, I have to go buy the gum. Okay, I don't carry gum around with me because in Singapore there is no such thing as gum. They don't sell gum. Gum is illegal in our country. So I'm not a gum carrying person. So first of all, I would have to go buy gum to give it to him. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. And that's why in the end, I had to tell him, I'm like, go brush your teeth. And then when, on the day that Georgie was coming in the morning, so he was like, what time is she gonna get here? And I'm like, oh, she's arriving in 5 minutes. And then he like puts his hands on my face, so he's like sort of like grabbing my face. And then he said, well then, I have 2 minutes to do this. And then he kisses me. And then he kissed me, and then so like I used both hands, right? Like, and then I did this. Like, I smacked the sides of his like extended belly, and I smacked him. And then I'm like, how did you let it get this big? And then he walked away. He was like so offended. He was like, wow, that's harsh. And I'm like, how about not grabbing my face and trying to kiss me? Like, oh my god, that is sexual harassment. Oh Jesus, oh my goodness, the things I had to do, the things I had to go through, like, I'm serious. So I told Minju, like, I'm sorry, I'm never gonna go visit you again, it's too expensive and I don't want to keep staying with other people, so yeah. You guys, it was so traumatizing, it's traumatic. I am so happy that I survived that. I am so far away from him now. Thank God. And like, so the thing is, he actually texted me after he left, and he was like, okay, so I'm home now. Text me when you get to Korea. And I'm like, why? That is such like, don't you think that's such a like boyfriend thing to say? Like, oh, text me when you get here, or hey, I'm already here, and then how about you? You know, that kind of thing. I'm like, no. No, I'm not gonna text you. I'll text you when I like because I had to transfer him money for the hotel thing, and like the Wi-Fi in New York was just so iffy. I didn't want to do money transfer, so I told him when I get to Korea and I get like a stable Wi-Fi connection, then I'll tell you. And then so when I got here, I texted him not to tell him like, "Hey boo, I got here." No, I was like, "I'm here. What is your PayPal?" So I can send you money. So that's what I did, and then now he keeps asking. Oh my god, he's so annoying. Like he was like, "So what are you gonna do in Korea?" And I'm like, "I'm going to go to Namjoon Forest because I love Namjoon." I keep telling him that, and he's like, "Wow, you fans are crazy. You made a forest," and I'm like, "Wow." You want to get with me, but you criticize my fandom, my family, and you talk shit about my idols. Like, what the fuck? You are asking for it, buddy. If he had said this shit in front of my face, like, I would have done more than just smack his incredibly bloated belly, okay? I would have, like, karate chopped him in the fucking neck because he deserves it. Do not talk about my fandom this way. Like, seriously, Army is my family, and if you talk shit about them, you are insulting my family, bro. In fact, all you guys, if you live in New Hampshire, you should go hunt him down because he's a disgusting creature. Like, disgusting. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, I have truly learned my lesson. I'm stupid sometimes. Despite my high IQ, I make really stupid choices sometimes. A few years ago, I went to Busan with an ex-boyfriend also. That didn't work out also. Like, the whole time we were in Busan, I didn't talk to him. But that's another story for another day. So, okay. Can I join you in beating him? Oh my god, yes, please. We should make it a group activity. It's like sister time, family activity, and then we put it in our calendar, and on the list, it's like, let's go beat Tung Thingy up, because he deserves it. I mean, of all people, he is one of the ones who needs the love yourself message the most. The most. Because clearly he doesn't love himself if he's not brushing his teeth, if he's not shaving, if he, just let himself get like bloated and gross, if you wear sweatpants all the time, that's not loving yourself. That's just gross. Yeah. So this is the last time you will hear about this guy. The first and the last time. Just because, there is no way that I will ever hang out with him ever again. So the plan is to phase him out. So that he doesn't like know that I hate him because of this vacation. It's less drama this way, you know what I mean? Like, there's no point in creating the drama by just like suddenly blocking him, and then he's just gonna be like, why? It's better just like go slow, and then eventually just stop talking because that's the best way, I think. It's the most non-dramatic way. It's not like a very urgent need to like stop talking to him or anything. Even just today, he was annoying me because today was the Namjoon Forest conversation. And I said, armies are helping the planet. We created forests for Namjoon, like in several countries across the world. And he was like, wow, that's crazy. And I'm like, is that good crazy or bad crazy? And he was like, no, you guys are just nuts. And I'm like, okay, that's it. That is actually a legit cause to stop talking to you. But then that might give the fandom like a bad name, you know what I mean? Like he'll probably tell people, because he's a gossiper. Oh my god, the more I talk about him, the more I'm like, why did I ever date this guy? Like, disgusting. Like, what was I thinking? Oh my god. I must have had real, like, low self-esteem or something. But actually I did. I used to have super low self-esteem, and that was when I dated him. My self-esteem is way up now, and there is, like, no way in fucking hell, even if you were the last man on earth, would I ever still get together with this guy. The earth can remain unpopulated for all I care. Through sheer will, I will do that thing where the cells split and form two cells. What is that called? there's a process, that there's a scientific word for that, where two cells just like separate and form two like identical cells. I will do that. Like, if he were the last man on Earth and I were the last woman on Earth, I will force myself somehow to do that and you know, reproduce that way. So yes. So that was what happened in New York. Mitosis. That's it. Thank you. That was really loud. I'm sorry. Like, imagine the neighbors. Oh, they can't understand English anyway. The neighbors like mitosis in the middle of the night. Thanks, guys. I forgot about that. Okay. So that was it. That's what I wanted to complain about. The rest of the time that I had with the girls was very nice. We had a little party in our room. Minju bought a ton of alcohol, which I couldn't drink any. So they had an alcohol party in my room, and we did a phone call. So last year, 2 years ago, my friend Liana and I, who also used to be an Instagram follower, we replicated BTS Bon Voyage season 2 in Hawaii. Like, that year BTS went to Hawaii, that year we also went to Hawaii, and we did all the same things that they did, and it was like incredibly fun. And we also found, like, so BTS like made this rock pile in the middle of a volcano park, and Yoongi said, let's leave it here for armies to find, and we did find that particular rock pile. It had tipped over, but we rebuilt it. I have a video on that. But anyway, so we had so much fun doing that, and Minju is a new army. She's a baby army. She just became an army this year, and so Minju, Georgie, Liana, and I have decided to replicate another Bon Voyage season together. And we were gonna go do Bon Voyage season 1 in Europe, but then BTS went to New Zealand this year, so all of us in the group decided we are going to do Bon Voyage season 4 whenever it shows. We're just gonna go do whatever they did, and we're gonna do that next year in New Zealand. And so in New York, because there were 3 of us out of the 4, because Liana couldn't make it to New York, so we called her. We had a little group call, and we had a picture going, and it was really fun. And we had a cake out, so we video called her. We had a little cake for Jimin. I had my Jimin doll. Oh, where is he? Let me go fetch him. And meanwhile, you can admire my shirt. Oh, I shook the table. So I carry my children around in a case. I only have 3 of them with me this time. I was supposed to I brought Taijun because we were going to go to the museum to take a picture where Namjoon sat, you know, outside the Natural History Museum. But Thingy fucker didn't want to go, so in the end, I brought Taijun for nothing. I mean, not that I don't love you and don't want to bring you, baby, but still, you know. Okay, my Jimbong is here. My Jimin. He's such a cutie pie. Okay, so we had a little party with the dolls, and we had a little cake out, and we sang happy birthday for Jimin, and then we all went to Times Square and brought my little Jimin doll, and yeah, we went to see, there was a one day only Jimin ad that was playing. I have a video up for that as well, if you guys haven't seen that. It was one day only, and it was in Times Square across like a huge ass screen, so it was really, really great. Oh, thank you very much. They're not real, these are contacts, so sorry to disappoint. Okay, do you want to see, I got 2 others with me, my hubby, and my Taijun. Ta-da! So I dressed Taijun in the persona out Persona Envy outfit. It was so hard to find this outfit. Like the oversized pants, the jacket, the little tie. But yeah, so because it looks so good on him, he's just gonna wear this permanently. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Who doesn't have shoes on? Hippie. They've got shoes on so they can stand by themselves. Like big boys. Let me see. Ta-da! There we go. Alright. Did something turn off? Okay, wait. No, this is way too bright. Wait, but do you think this is better? Cause was it too dark just now? And it's much brighter now. Oh. Like, I didn't want to turn on all these lights because I was afraid that you could see like my dark circles. They're like really bad. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest. I don't know. Now you can see them better. Let me cover my other son's ears while I say that. Currently, Jinpong is my favorite. Tarjun is not supposed to hear that. Okay. Okay, so if you guys have arrived later or late, not that there's anything wrong with that, but on Tuesday I'm going to Everland and I'm going to do like a zombie event thing, and I bought this to wear at Everland. It's like $2 from Daiso. I'm so excited to wear it. I love it. I want to wear it all the time, like to everywhere, and I've decided that maybe I will for the rest of October. I should wear it to the concert. Oh, did I tell you? Oh my god, did I tell you that I'm going to the BTS concert? I can't believe, like, the first news that I wanted to tell you the whole time was to complain about my 뚱땡이 ex-boyfriend. And I can tell you the story about how I obtained a ticket. So, should I eat a snack? Or no, okay. It's not good manners to talk while eating. So, okay. So, 2.5 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, at a Jiguk event, cafe event. So, you know, Jiguk is the ship for Jimin and Jungkook. At this cafe event for Jiguk, it was in Singapore, so I wasn't expecting to see Korean girls there. And oh, I can eat. All right, yeah. I have colorful M&Ms that I bought from the M&M store in New York, and I want to eat them so bad. Look at that, it's so pretty. I love the color. I've got dark pink, light pink, lilac, and lime green. Bye, Hitman Bang. It was nice having you here. Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh. So at this Jiguk Cafe event, I met I wasn't expecting to see Korean girls, and so and the cafe was really tiny. It was really narrow. So like I was gonna walk through this like really narrow space, and then these girls were speaking Korean and walking through this narrow space, and so I said, "먼저 가세요. Go first. Go ahead." And she was like, "Oh, you can speak Korean." And then I was like, "Yes." And then she excitedly tells the rest of her party, "Look at this girl, she can speak Korean." And then they all turn to me and then they start asking me a million questions. "Okay, where did you get this? Like, where can we?" Because I was holding free things, like, because people were giving out like all these sort of Jiko goodies at the event, and they were like, "Where did you get this? Where can we get this?" And then so I told them, And then later when I'm about to leave, I say goodbye to them, and I said 즐거웠어요. It was really enjoyable, and they were like really excited. So they were like, "Can we have your Twitter? Let's befriend each other on Twitter. Let's befriend each other on Instagram." And we took a picture together, and they were really nice. And then so none of them had BTS concert tickets. I guess that was a shared moment where they're like, "Did you manage to get a ticket?" And I'm like, "No, you know, in Singapore the servers are so slow, we couldn't get in at all." And they were like, "Neither could we." And none of us like passed the raffle and stuff like that. So it was like, okay, my kindred spirits, you know. And because it's like when you don't have tickets, it's always nice to meet someone else who doesn't have tickets, and then so you can be depressed together. I'm sorry that if I'm speaking too fast, I'm gonna try to speak a little slower. Your English is fine, by the way. So, I hardly ever did communicate with all 4 girls, but I did talk to one of them on Kakao. She was the one that followed me on Instagram, and the others didn't. The others just did Twitter. And so she was talking to me more, and yeah, I'm about to tell the story. Just let me finish. So they said they were gonna get a 동반인 입장표, which is a companion ticket. So that means the people who managed to get tickets and bought more than one and reselling them at actually quite a decent price. So they're not really upselling. But anyway, there was this girl who managed to get tickets. She bought an extra ticket, and her friend couldn't make it. This is legit an ARMY. She's not a reseller, because like I looked at her Twitter, and she had she knew like all of the members' birthdays, and like she had, you know, retweets and everything. So she was like a real person. And the thing is, it's difficult for me to ever get resale tickets because they usually need you to make a deposit first, and you have to do that through a Korean bank, and I don't have one, so I was never going to be able to do it. So I told the girls, like, there's no chance for me to ever get a ticket. And then so they were like, "Oh, like, but that's okay, we're gonna look for tickets anyway." And then so the day before yesterday, I had fallen asleep really early, like 7:30, and then I woke up at the next day 7:30, and I had slept for 12 hours. And then I woke up and I saw messages from one of the girls, and she had texted a lot, but I didn't reply because I was asleep. And then she was like, "There's this girl who has a ticket. Do you want the ticket?" And then she said, "I checked it out and it's legit." And she's even sent me pictures of the tickets. And then I didn't reply. I didn't say anything because I was asleep. And then her next message was, "I asked Hunju to make a deposit on the ticket. When you see her, just pay her the money." And then so I woke up and I saw that, and I texted Hunju and I was like, "Did Chloe ask you to make a deposit on a ticket for me?" And then she was like, "Yeah, I already transferred the money." And then I'm like, "So is this real? Like, I'm going with you guys?" And she said, "Yes, this is real. You're coming with us." And so I'm like, how amazing are these people to like help me with it? Like, I never could have done it without like people with Korean banks. Like, I didn't even have to do anything. I didn't even search for tickets. Like, they did it. They searched for a ticket and helped me get a ticket, and they got tickets for themselves so that we would go together, like, but we wouldn't be sitting together. But it's like, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, we would be there together before, and we'd be there together after, and we would just be able to still fangirl, you know, over the same things. And it would be great because we would have different views. Like, Chloe's sitting on the second floor, I'm on the third floor, And I'm like, I'm so amazed because these are people that I met for like 5 minutes. You know, legit 5 minutes, and I haven't really spoken to them since. But they did this for me. You know what I mean? And all they know is that I'm just this girl that they met for 5 minutes at a cafe event, and that they added on Twitter, and that was it. Wow. And I said, let me at least treat you to dinner. And then she said, no, like, don't do that. It's not necessary. It's like, you know, we just help each other out. It's fine. And I'm still gonna treat her to dinner. Not in Korea though. It's so expensive. When we get back to Singapore. After I get my salary for the next month, because I've used up so much money for this trip. Well, yeah. It still hasn't sunk in right now. Like, usually I don't feel it. I don't feel it until it's like on the day of the concert, and then when I'm like on my way there, and when I actually get there, and then I feel it. So usually I don't really get all that excited. I'm just happy. I'm happy right now. But it seems like it's really far away, you know. I've got other things I want to be excited about first. Like tomorrow I'm going to the house of BTS. Tuesday I'm going to Everland. Wednesday I'm going to Namjoon Forest. So there's so many other things that I have to do first before the concert. So I'm really excited about that. I hope you guys are going to watch the vlogs. Wow, is that you? Yes, it is me. It is I, your superstar BTS mama. Okay, so yeah, I'm so excited for all the things that I'm about to do. I spent this weekend doing nothing. I was gonna stay in an Airbnb. So yesterday I went to this Airbnb and I got there. Okay, so I've never stayed in an Airbnb before in Korea. I usually stay in a hotel, and I usually come to the same place. The manager knows me well enough such that he says, never book online because they charge you online admin fees. Just walk into the hotel, we'll always have a room for you. And you'll save money that way. And also I can, like, if you pay cash, I can give you a discount. It's like under the table kind of stuff. So I do that because, or else how can I afford to stay at a hotel every time I come to Korea, right? The only way I get to do this is because the manager is so nice. He gives me a discount every time I come. And he has told the rest of the staff to also do the same thing. Excuse me. Even when he's not there. So I think was it last year or the year before that. I arrived early at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And you know how check-in time for hotels is like 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock or something like that? And so if you try to check in early, they charge you like an early fee. And so there were new staff at the hotel who didn't know me at all, and they charged me a fee, and I was okay with that because I did arrive like really earlier than I was supposed to, but all I wanted to do was nap. So I was like, whatever, $30, take a nap. And then when I went to the lobby in the evening to like go out to dinner, the manager was there, and he was like, so I heard my staff charge you extra this morning. And I'm like, yeah, you know, but it's okay. And then he was like, nope, here's your money back. He gave me my money back. And then he was like, I have educated my staff. If the girl from Singapore comes, she can check in whenever she wants, and she can check out whenever she wants, and she has no extra charges. And I'm like, oh my God, I am VIP. And he was like, well, yeah, you are. So I love that so much. It's like a little community I have going on here, and it's great. I feel like it's my home away from home. Not that I would ever move here. I would never. But it's a great place to escape to once in a while, you know? Yeah. So the manager's really nice. Oh, he's cute. Yeah, you know, like, oh my god, let me tell you about this like really adorable thing he did. I don't know if you've heard the story before or not, but so 2 years ago, BTS and BBQ Chicken were having collaboration, so they were having promotions. Like if you buy this like box of chicken, you would get a BTS calendar, and then when I tried to order the chicken through the app, it wouldn't come up. Like the promotion doesn't come up. So I'm like, how do I do this? I don't know. But I don't have a number which I can call the chicken place. So I went downstairs to the lobby, and the manager was there, and I'm like, so I explained to him. So I speak Korean, so it's no problem. Like I explained to him what I wanted, but I'm like, I don't know how to talk on the phone. And actually, I don't like to talk on the phone. So he helped me call the nearest chicken place. And they said, what promotion? And then he said, but it's right there on your website. Like I'm looking at it because I was showing him the website and it said literally right there, BTS promotion, get a calendar when you buy a box of chicken. And then the people at the store were like, nope, we don't know about this promotion. Okay, bye. And then they hung up. It was terrible. And then the manager was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, that's okay, forget it. It's fine. I'll just figure it out, or I'll ask someone else how I can get this calendar. And then so I go up and I try to keep figuring out how to use this app and how to like activate this promotion thing. And I did figure it out. I figured it out and I ordered my chicken all by myself and got the promotion. And I went down to tell the manager, because again, I don't like talking on the phone. So I went down to tell the manager, it's like, hey, I solved it. Like, I did it by myself. And when I went down to the lobby and I looked at the counter, he was on his phone and still trying to look through the promotion thing and trying to read it. Like I saw like a picture of the BTS promotion thing on his phone, and that was like a half hour later. So he had been trying for a whole half hour to help me order this chicken thing and get the calendar for me. So I thought that was so nice and so adorable, and he's earned my loyalty like forever. So yeah, I've been coming to this hotel for years now, and for the first time ever in Korea, I decided to stay at an Airbnb, and that was a mistake. That was a real mistake. So, but I had to save money, right? Because I'm here for 2.5 weeks, and 2.5 weeks of hotel costs are like crazy high, especially since I've just been in New York. If I hadn't gone to New York, I would have the money. So I told myself, you have no choice. Please, like, stay at an Airbnb and save the money. And so I got an Airbnb like somewhere relatively nearby in the same area because I love this area. And the night before, I had one night where I had nowhere to stay, so I came here. I stayed for one night. And then so the staff were like, "What? You're only staying for one night?" And then I was like, "Yeah," and I had to lie. I lied and I said, I'm going to Busan tomorrow with my friends. But actually, I was going to go stay in an Airbnb. And I didn't. I felt like I was betraying them, you know? Like I was such a traitor. Like, how could I stay somewhere else other than here? So I said, I'm going to Busan with my friends. And they were like, okay, when are you coming back? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe next year. So, yeah. And then I went up to my room. And the next day I came down. And Kasha, is that your name? I love that you're responding to everything that I say. I really appreciate that. It's so nice. It feels like it's not a one-sided conversation. So anyway, so the next day I went down to the lobby just like go out and get to pick something up, get some lunch. There was a different staff member in the lobby. And then she was like, oh, I heard you were only staying one night and you're going to Busan with your friends today. And I'm like, wow, did the other guy that I saw yesterday tell you that? And she's like, yeah. So they all talked about me, I guess. And then I went to get lunch, and then I came back, and then the manager was there. And we do this whole thing, we bow to each other from far, and he looks so happy to see me. And he said, "You're early, you're normally here in November, but this is October." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to Busan with my friends." And he was like, "Did you sleep okay? Was your room okay?" And he was so nice. And here I am lying, and I'm going to Airbnb. And I went to the Airbnb and I hated it. Like, I found so many things to hate. And it wasn't because like it wasn't like a psychology thing that I hated. There was this like long brown hair on the bed, and then there was this like huge piece of like, you know, like dandruff, of like scalp dandruff on a pillow. And let me tell you, okay, so the reason why I had an extra night to stay at this hotel is because I thought my Airbnb dates started one day earlier than it was supposed to be. So I went down to the Airbnb. I had the like number lock and everything, so I unlocked the door, and I was like, "Huh, the room's unmade. There's makeup all over the table." And I saw this like I saw the blanket and the bed and everything. And then I was like, "Huh, what? I thought the room would be clean by now because it's after check-in hours." And then I looked at my dates properly, and I realized that I was supposed to stay there the next day. So I was there a day early. Okay? So I came to this hotel, I slept here, and then I went to the Airbnb. And then when I went, I saw that it still had the same covers, same bed covers, same blanket. And I'm like, what? The owner had said he was busy. So I was like, I suspect that he didn't change the bed covers. He just arranged it real nice. So that triggered my suspicion. And I had to smell the blanket, okay? Because it looked like the exact same bed covers that I had seen the day before. And like, it's such a coincidence that I was there like a day early and I saw everything. And I knew it was a girl, right? Because there was like makeup on the table. There was a long brown hair on the bed, and there was dandruff, and the blanket smelled like it had not been washed in like a month. Like, it smelled kind of sweaty, you know? And then I went to the bathroom, and there were all these like brown hairs on the floor and in the drain, you know, the little drain hole cover. And I'm like, I shouldn't be seeing this. I should not be seeing this. I should be coming to a spotless room. Like, you said you were busy, but still, like, Airbnb forces you to like pay a cleaning fee. And so I was like super disgusted. And so I texted him, and he insisted that the blanket is clean. And I'm like, I know what clean sheets smell like. They're supposed to at least smell a little bit like detergent or whatever it is, but the blanket smells like a sweaty person. And then so I took a picture of everything. I took a picture of that fucking piece of like dandruffy thing that I found. And I took a picture of the brown hair, and I took a picture of all the hairs on the bathroom floor. And then I sent it to him. And I was like, "Please, I can't stay here. You have to refund my money." He had a strict cancellation policy, which meant that if I canceled, I would get nothing back. Nothing. And yeah, so, but I couldn't. I told him I can't stay here. And so I left. And I came back to this hotel where I'm staying now. And I told him, I said, "My friends canceled on me. I'm not going to Busan. Can I stay here?" And they were like, "Until when?" And I'm like, "October 31st. And they're like, "Fantastic. But we don't have like your regular room for you. That's gonna be available tomorrow, but tonight we'll put you up somewhere better." So they put me up in a higher up room, like one that's like more expensive for the night. And then, but I was like, "Can you just let me stay here for the rest of the time?" They were like, "We're sorry. It's an expensive room." I tried. Okay. And then so like today they put me back in the regular room, but it's a great room anyway. I've got a fridge, I've got a computer. I got a computer. Okay, let me show you my computer. So the computer connects to the TV. So if I play, for example, like a BTS music video, Like we could totally watch it on the big TV. But then my YouTube live is gonna get suspended or something, so no, I can't. Yeah. But anyway, so you know what? I wrote into Airbnb. I canceled the reservation. I wrote to Airbnb, texted me, and they said can you send us proof as to why you think this location is dirty? And I sent them proof, and they said, according to our rules, he didn't violate any of them. So you're telling me that hairs on the bathroom floor and in the drain and on a bed, and he didn't change the bed covers. You're telling me that's not violating your rules? I'm gonna screenshot that. I probably do still have a screenshot of it and show all of y'all, like, oh my god, they said he didn't violate any rules at all. And they were like, if he doesn't want to return you the money, he doesn't have to. And I'm like, okay, but you guys don't need to be telling him that because he's already said he's gonna return my money. And then I'm like, can you just not just let him return my money? And they were like, okay, we'll see. And then I text the owner and I'm like, you're gonna return my money? He said yes. So then 20 minutes later, I get an email and all my money has been refunded except for the first night, which I'm willing to pay. Because honestly, I did go into the room. I did like stay in there for like an hour while I was checking everything out. So it's whatever. It's whatever. So today I got another email saying like, do you want to review the property? And I didn't want to say anything bad because the dude did return me my money. And maybe this was a learning experience for him, you know? So I texted him, I said, and I texted him, it's like through the Airbnb messaging thing, you know? And I texted him, I said, I'm not going to write a negative review. Like, you were really understanding to return me my money. So I'm not going to say anything bad about you or your location. And he said, that's great. Thank you very much. And I won't write anything about you either. We'll just do this mutually. And I'm like, that's great. And he said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your vacation and thank you. And then he apologized for not cleaning the room properly. So that was really nice. So it's like Airbnb staff are the ones that are assholes when like the property owner was really nice. And he did apologize for not cleaning as well as he should because he was busy. But the thing is, if I hadn't said anything, then he would have just let that go, and then that would probably have been his standard for everyone else. So, you know, I'm glad I said something. I got my money back, so that helps. You know, I'm staying in this hotel is so expensive. But for the sake of peace of mind and comfort, because you know you gotta be comfortable on vacation. I was already super uncomfortable in New York. Okay, I'm not gonna have the rest of my vacation feel like shit just because I need to save some money. I can always earn back the money, but an awful vacation, you're gonna remember that and it's gonna bug you. I'm the type, like, if I have an awful time, I need to have a good time to replace that. And it's not like I can take a vacation anytime I want to just like replace that bad time that I had. You know what I mean? So like I need to make my vacation like a good time. Has to be a good time so that I don't keep feeling like shit. So yeah. I dipped into my savings, so I exceeded my budget by a lot. But that's fine. I'm really happy staying in this room. Plus, it's near to the BTS concert stadium. I can be home in half an hour. Like, yeah, last year for the Love Yourself concert. I really was home like in 35 minutes, which was amazing. So it's great. Exactly. What's the point of a vacation if you're not happy? I feel like if you're gonna just like count every penny while you're on vacation, then kind of don't go on vacation, you know? Because it's like, then you're just you're just stressing yourself out, and you might as well just not go on vacation. That's actually fast. Yes, because it's just the next train stop over. It's like 2 minutes. So I would walk 10 minutes to the train station, take the train, next stop over 2 minutes, and then walk another 10 minutes to the venue. That's like under half an hour, but because of the human traffic, it took a little bit longer. Actually, yeah, it was 35 minutes once I got out of the stadium. Once I got out, because if you're on the 3rd floor, you're gonna be stuck on the 3rd floor for a long time. I hate the 3rd floor, but for the sake of just being at the BTS concert, I would still go, because I always maintain, this is my philosophy, there is no bad seat at a BTS concert. All seats are a good seat. All seats are a good seat. Because it's just not the same watching them through a screen when you can be breathing the same air in a venue. I would just like breathe in a lot deeper whenever they're performing. I'm really excited, guys, but even more excited for the zombie thing on Tuesday. Wow, 3 hours. Oh my goodness. I can't drive. I'm pretty sure I would get into a major car accident if I tried driving. So no, I can't drive. I'm afraid to drive. I'm pretty sure other people have told me not to drive also. So yeah, no driving for me. I think that's all that I wanted to say. This live was supposed to be strictly an hour, but it's been way over that, and yeah, I need to like sleep soon because I gotta wake up early tomorrow to go to the house of BTS. You know, the lines are always so fucking long. So wow, I haven't really sworn that much during this live. Improvement, maybe. Thanks for sticking around, guys, and talking to me. I appreciate it. It was real fun. Like, I thank you for listening to my complaints about my ex. That was a rant that I needed to get out, honestly. And I'm so happy that you guys agree on what a disgusting slob he is, and that he doesn't deserve to date any girl, honestly. Disgusting. Ugh. Just thinking about it is just like so gross. Timpumi, say bye bye. I know, it was so disgusting. I'm so glad that like I shared the story here with you guys, because I honestly feel a bit of a like divide. My habit is to always to keep going to familiar people, and because I don't want to Did you hear that or no? Could you hear that? Oh my god. Sorry, that was my notification tone. I don't know if you guys heard it or not. That was my phone telling me that my battery is at 15%. So, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I had my sound on. That is my notification sound. It's Jimin and Jungkook laughing. Because, you know, they were looking at their phone and they were doing this, like, beard mustache thing. I don't know if you guys remember that scene, but then they were laughing. So that was the notification. Sorry. Yes, that has scared me before. Like in the middle of the night, I forget to turn off my sound, and it was like super creepy. So okay. What was I saying? Oh, I was saying that I'm used to going to Instagram just because like I share a lot of my life on Instagram all the time, and then I felt like I'm never gonna get closer to my YouTube subscribers if I only ever share myself on Instagram. So you guys have been great today, and I would love to keep coming back here to share my stories with you so we can feel like we know each other better. How about it, you guys? I would love to do it if you guys would attend my lives in the future. Say yes. That would be nice. Tiffany, you don't count. You're on my Instagram too. You get lives either way. So aw, that's great. If I ever do lives, it's usually around this time. So if this time is good for you, then Rob Van Campen, hi. Are you legit a follower? I've never seen your name before. It's kind of exciting. I've seen all these other people. Okay, you guys, it was so fun talking to you. So I'm gonna go. I am encouraged by your yeses, and I will come back to do more lives in the future. At least while I'm still here in Korea, so I can share more adventures with you. Look out for my vlogs, okay? And I will see you guys soon. Bye! Bye! Oh, you found me today? Welcome! Don't go anywhere. Stay on my channel. Bye, guys. Thanks for talking to me. I had so much fun.